Are you an injury law firm in the US and are you looking to implement voice AI agents in your pipeline to qualify leads more effectively? Then you might want to check this out. I built this AI agent for a law firm in Miami that qualifies prospects, gathers all the information about their case, and then saves their information for an attorney to then give them a call back in just a few minutes. And I want to show you how it sounds. So I'm going to test it right here.
Hello, this is Elena from Miami Legal Aid. Can you hear me well?
Yes, I can hear you well. How are you?
Great, thank you. May I confirm the purpose of your call today?
Yes, I would like to speak to an attorney.
Are you calling with a general question about our services to discuss a recent accident or about something we don't handle?
No, I do. I was involved in an accident, but I want to talk to a lawyer.
Thank you for letting me know. What type of accident were you involved in?
This
For
was
example, a car accident,
It
slip
was a
and
car
fall.
accident.
Thank you for sharing that. On what date did the incident occur?
It was on January 15th of 2026.
Were there any physical injuries or did you receive emergency medical treatment?
No, there were no physical injuries.
Thank you for clarifying. May I have your full name, please?
My full name is Andrew Hernandez.
Thank you, Andrew. What is the best phone number for an attorney to call you back?
It would be 510-600-5677.
Thank you. I've recorded the details of your situation and your contact information. An attorney will review your case and call you very soon. Perfect. That would be all for now. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.
So as you see, the call went pretty smooth. And now I can go here into my call log under my agent, and let's review what happened during the call. So I go to my latest call, and then here we'll be able to see all the information about the call. So on the right side, we're going to see the transcript of the whole conversation. On the right side, we're going to see some information, as well as on the right side, we're going to see some information such as the call ID, the date that it happened, and a recording of the whole call. Then we're going to get a summary. And this is what I want to show you guys, is the extracted data. So inside this agent, I created a few variables or concepts that I wanted the agent to extract once the call ends. And as you see, we extracted their name, the summary of what their case was, their phone number, and the type of accident. So the idea here would be that this information would be then sent to an attorney for them to give them a callback. Ideally, it would be implemented into something like your existing CRM or whatever you use to manage your customer database. So now that I show you guys the potential of one of these agents, I want to show you guys how you can build your own in just minutes with no technical knowledge. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go into our platform. That's app.dapta.ai, and you want to go into voice agents. Then we're going to click on new agent. And here we're going to get some sort of like a pop-up form in which we're going to be putting information about our company and what we do and any special instructions. So why don't we go ahead and start that? For this, I have a separate document in which I have created a context for the company as well as the instructions. So this is going to be the company context that I'm going to be giving the agent, giving some information such as the name of the firm, a company profile, our practice areas, why are we different, location, and contact. So some sort of background information as well as some FAQs. So the company name is Miami Legal Aid. I'm gonna put test. And I'm gonna paste the company description here. Note that you don't have to write the company description from scratch. If you have a website, then you can just go ahead and paste the website URL here. And then what you would do is you would click this button here that says generate context. And what this is going to do is that our system would go into your website, scrape all of the information, and generate context for the agent based on that. So we click on save and continue. Then we can select our language. In this case, it's just going to be English. Let's give her a name. This is going to be Elena. The purpose in this case is a lead qualification call because we're asking a series of questions and to then be able to give them a call back. So now we can provide some instructions. Note that these instructions have to be very briefly but very clear. So let's say if you have a specific qualification questions that you want to make in a specific order, then you would put that over here. Going back into the document, I have some instructions here. So agent instructions. And I have very briefly what I want the profile and personality to be like, what's the objective of the agent, some important information, as well as some conversation path definitions. So I'm giving the agent different options on what the cases can be. So case one would be just general support. Someone calls and they're asking about our services, what kind of accidents we handle, our hours of operation. The path two is if they want to talk to an attorney. This is when the case qualification would kick in, and I've specified some series of questions that I want the agent to ask the caller whenever they want to talk to an attorney. Then after that, I have a third path, which is just unsupported requests, or if it's an emergency. Let's say they ask something that the agent doesn't know or that the agent can't handle, then we're going to give them a phone number that they can reach out to and get the help that they need. And if it's an emergency, we're just redirecting them to calling 911. Some restrictions and a summary that the agent's going to give at the end to make sure that we capture the information. So I'm just going to copy these instructions, go back here to the agent and hit paste, save and continue. So now what's happening is that the prompt for the agent is being generated with the context and with the instructions that we provided. As you see here on the left hand side, we're going to see the whole prompt. This is the prompt that's a little bit more complete based on the information that we provided. And the AI was in charge of creating this for us. So this is very helpful. This is going to save us a lot of time. We don't have to do this from scratch. And now we can test our agent. I'm going to remove my input name here and just give it a test.
Hello, this is Elena from Miami Legal Aid. Can you hear me well?
Yes, how are you?
I'm glad you can hear me well. Thank you for asking. I'm here to help you today. May I ask the reason for your call?
Yes, I want to talk to an attorney.
Of course, I can help with that. What type of accident were you involved in? For example, a car accident, slip and fall, or workplace accident?
A car accident.
Thank you for letting me know. On what date did the car accident occur?
This occurred in January 15th of 2026.
Thank you. Were there any physical injuries or did you receive emergency medical treatment?
Nope, not at all.
Understood. May I have your full name, please?
My full name is Andrew Hernandez.
Thank you, Andrew. What is the best phone number for an attorney to call you back?
It would be 510-600-5677.
Let me summarize. You were involved in a car accident on January 15th, 2026, with no physical injuries or emergency medical treatment. Your name is Andrew Hernandez, and the callback number is 510-600-5677. Is that correct?
That's all correct.
Thank you. I've recorded the details of your situation and your contact information. An attorney will review your case and call you very soon. Perfect. That would be all for now. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.
So as you see, in just a few minutes, I was able to recreate what I showed you guys in the beginning. I just provided very brief information and it sounded really, really well. Obviously, more work can be done to it. Like if you saw, a lot of times it would oversay thank you and things like that, but that's all just a prompting factor that we can then manipulate when we go into our agent settings. So why don't we go ahead and play around with some of those settings. So once you click save and continue, then you're going to see that you're going to land here on the settings page, in which you're going to have multiple parameters here to the right side, in which you're going to have multiple parameters here on the left side, such as controlling the voice. Why don't we go ahead and pick a different voice? Let's see what options we have. Let's filter some to be American accent and female. Let's see what we have here.
Greetings, I'm Anna, your wilderness-inspired AI guide, aiming to navigate.
And now if we go to speech settings, let's add some background sound. So let's pretend that they're inside a call center. And I'm going to just lower the volume a little bit so it's not too distracting. And now I want to show you guys the call log. Again, this is going to be showing the first call that we did, or the test call. If you notice, there was already some data extracted, which is great. This is what we wanted. And next thing we can do is we can go over to call analysis here. And here's where we're going to be able to create those variables that we want the agent to extract that are going to be useful for the attorney to review and give them a call back. So why don't we go ahead and add them over here. If you go into the data retrieval from your calls, you can add variables here from different types. In this case, we're just going to be using text. And you're going to see this pop-up window in which you can give your variable a name and a instruction or description of what needs to be extracted and stored inside these variables. Let's just call this one name. So this will be the full name of the caller. Hit confirm. It's going to save it. We're going to add another one for phone. The callback phone number of the caller. Confirm. Then we can add, let's call this one type of accident, and then store the type of accident that the caller was involved in, if any, because they might also be calling just for support. Maybe they just want to know the hours of operation. So in that case, we wouldn't be saving anything inside here. So we need to specify that in the instructions. Then we're going to add another one, which is going to be just summary. Complete summary of the callers with any important details. So we hit confirm. And next thing we want to do is save changes so they were saved automatically in there. And we can test it again now. We should have a different voice, we should have the background noise, and we should be storing those information inside a variables. So we'll check the call log once I test this. So let's click on start web call.
Hello, this is Elena from Miami Legal Aid. Can you hear me well?
Yes, I can hear you well. How are you?
I'm glad you can hear me well. Thank you for asking. May I ask the reason for your call today?
Yes, I want to talk to a lawyer because I was involved in an accident.
I'm sorry to hear that you were involved in an accident. What type of accident was it? For example, a car accident, slip and fall, or workplace accident?
It was a workplace accident.
Thank you for letting me know. On what date did the incident occur?
January 15th of 2026.
Thank you. Were there any... Thank you for clarifying the date as January 15th, 2026. Were there any physical injuries, or did you receive emergency medical treatment?
Yes, I slipped and I hurt my back, but I did not receive any medical assistance.
Thank you for sharing that. May I have your full name, please?
Andrew Hernandez.
Thank you, Andrew. What is the best phone number for an attorney to call you back?
510-600-5677.
Let me summarize. You were involved in a workplace accident on January 15th, 2026, and you hurt your back but did not receive medical assistance. Your name is Andrew Hernandez, and the callback number is 510-600-5677. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
Thank you. I've recorded the details of your situation and your contact information. An attorney will review your case and call you very soon. Perfect. That would be all for now. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.
So that sounded pretty good. I like this voice a little bit better, and also the background noise. It definitely made it sound a little bit more realistic. So why don't we go ahead and check the call log, and let's see what variables were stored. If you notice, this time I said I was involved in a workplace accident, and I give a little bit different details. So let's take a look at that. So here we can see like I said, the transcript and the recording. Let's go to extracted data. Andrew Hernandez, phone number. He was involved in a workplace accident, slipped and injured his back. Work type of accident, workplace accident. So this is great, very spot on. And like I mentioned before, the idea with extracting this data is connecting it to some sort of external database or CRM that you might have already in place to save it right where it needs to be stored for the lawyer to see it. And so that's a little bit more complex. We have a Flow Studio in which we can make all of that possible. But overall, this is how you can build an useful AI agent already in just a few minutes. and how easy it is by just giving it simple context, simple instructions inside our platform. So there you go. As you see, very easy setup. You don't need any sort of technical background to be able to launch one of these and have it running in your business. And if you found this video helpful, then leave me in the comments what will be the best use case for your firm and if this is something that you're interested in implementing.